A property developer has claimed $1 million home for virtually nothing after a triumphant win in a squatters' rights case. Bill Gertos walked into the empty Sydney home and then used it to make money, renting it out for 2 decades. He's now been declared its rightful owner.
Well, this house has been the talk of the neighbourhood for quite some time. It's had a revolving door of tenants since the late 1990s, and there have been questions about who actually owns it until Sydney property developer and accountant Bill Gertos entered the scene. Now, he claims he stumbled across the empty house 20 years ago, changed the locks, renovated it and has been renting it out. Now, under old squatters' laws, he's actually managed to gain the possessory rights to this property, but he had to prove the neighbours consider him to be the owner. But most of the neighbours we've spoken to today say they've never laid eyes on him.
No one knows him. If you knock on all the doors in this street, nobody knows who he is.
I've never seen them. I've seen a couple of tenants, like a Maori tenants lived in there for a while. That's about it.
The family of a deceased man who actually bought the property back in 1927 served an injunction in the Supreme Court. But yesterday the court threw it out, calling Gertos the title owner and ordered the family to pay costs. I've spoken with the family today. They cannot believe that this has happened. We've not been able to track Bill Gertos, the new owner, down just yet, but we suspect he will be trying to put this property on the market pretty soon. It's got an estimated value of $1.7 million.
Guys, that's $1.7 million. That. Holy crap. Is that 1.7 million Venezuelan pesos? That's a lot of money. Wow. So that's what's happening there. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Holy smokes. $1.7 million for that house. I don't get it. I don't care where it is either. I don't care where it is. $1.7 million. It's Bolivares. Bolivares, the Venezuelan peso. $1.7 million. All right, we got to get a little bit of delusional Mike in here. 1.7 million. Sorry, guys, we got to pull a little delusional Mike tonight. $1.7 million. Are they out of their minds? Look at this house here. $7 million. Are they out of their tree? Look at that nice house in Florida. This is in a very nice area though. This is like a very good area to be in. I just want to see if it has a pool. Oh, that's a nice little office. Oh, it's got this little climb up space in the back here. Look at that. You climb up there and walk around that little ledge there and do stuff. There's the backyard. No pool though. But it's nice. It's got a nice gazebo in the back. Oh, it's got nice parking too. Nice parking. But yeah. $1.7 million for that. I don't even think you could buy a home for that much in that area here. I don't even think you could buy a house for that much money. It's so much money. Let's go to Coral Shores area, like more expensive area. Everything's $220, $240. There's nothing. I can't find anything. It's beautiful with the pool and everything. That is $175,000. Like, I'm just. Let me put this up to. So what did they say? $1.7 million. All right, let's see what you can get for that. Yeah, it's like 50 acres, 40 acres. I'm just trying to see if there's. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is in a really prestige part of Florida. Now look, see right there? 530,000. I found something for 530. Found something for 530, but I can't. That much money. That's so much money. Oh, here's one for $899. Yeah, but this house is enormous, and the back is huge. See if it's got a lot of land. Oh yeah, it's got a pool. It's got a pool. Yeah, that's so much money. Unless we go down to like where Julio Iglesias lives on Star Island down here. Here, like Bal Harbor. Yeah, let's go to Bal Harbor. Like, you go into this area, you might find something for 1.7. They're not even close. It's not even close. You can't find anything for that price for what they're asking for that house. I don't even know where to look for that much money. Here's a nice one. Seven bedrooms, 4 baths, 2,583 square feet, 539. There's not much photos of it, but it looks like a nice house. It's got a rooftop patio. Here's another one, 659. 6 bedrooms, 4 baths. It's a big house. It's a huge house. It's huge. But I can't find, like, houses that expensive. Like, in some states, it's really hard to find houses that expensive. I can't find anything. I'm putting at the maximum money. Like, the most expensive I'm seeing is like this one, $690. But it's a huge house. It's 6 beds, 4 baths. Right? Look at the parking. Look how big that house is. It even has a wraparound drop-off, so you drop people off and go into the house. I don't understand. Like, it's phenomenal. Like, the price, $1.7 million for that. I must be on crack or something, because I don't see why that's worth $1.7 million. Someone's saying, geez, Florida's cheap. No, that's what the average house should be worth. The average house should not be worth, like, the average house, like, this is not even an average house. This is a teardown. This thing was built in 1910, the lady said. This is not even an average house. It's a teardown. Let me see if I could find something. Let me go up. Let me zoom it out here. See if I could find something in more of a better area here, like a different area. Something more. Here we go. There's 700,000. The thing's a mansion now. 700,000, 6 beds, 5 baths, 5,000 square feet. For 700,000. There it is there. But like 1.7 million, I don't know. Like I said, even if someone said, "Oh, Mike, I'm going to give you a budget of $1.7 million to buy a house in the state of Florida," I'm like, "Do you want me to buy 3 houses for that?" Look at that, people. Look at the back. Oh, it's got horses too? Holy, it's got a stable! It even has a stable. Someone commented helicopter pad. You could put one there. You bet you bet your butt you can. Look at that back balcony. Look at all the land. How much land is this thing? Well, it even has a swamp and a tree house. Look, there's a tree house. There's a ladder going up. There's a tree house. Holy smokes! Look how much land this thing, and a thing for the horses too. Look at the horsies. Private drive to your house. Okay, how much land is this thing on? $20 acres, 16.39 acres. So you get 16.39 acres for $699. Mortgage is $2,893 per month. That's if you put 0 down, and you get this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. And that's one of a million that I could show you guys. And here's the effed up part of it. This is $1.7 million. This is $1.7 million. This is what I've been talking about for the last 5 friggin' years. I lived in Florida for 5 years. I know what Florida, I lived in Florida. I've seen, when I was there, there's like, oh, gangs, violence, drugs. I saw nothing. I was there for 5 years. I saw nothing. Nothing. Hand to God, I saw nothing. I started seeing more and more violence and stuff when I moved to Vancouver. I started seeing people punching people out and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? Someone says, did Trump ban the Chinese? No, the capital outflows in China are restricted. No more, they could only take out like $5,000 now, US. 1.7 million. Guys, I'm hung on this. I got a hold on this. I don't know why I got a hold on this thing. Jesus. Alright, fine. Flash in the pan? Okay, flash in the pan. Here, I found another one here, right by the beach, too. $789. Still $1 million cheaper than the one in Australia. This is a good area too. This area, oh, look at the shower, man. You could dance in there. Oh, a sinking tub. And you're probably saying, oh, Mike, I could see a house through the window, through the bathroom. I'll show you why. You see a house, another house. Holy crap. Look at that patio. You see the house? It comes with a garage built, like a second house built into the house. That's why when you look out the window and see a roof of another house, it's not another house, it's your house. Look at that. Ooh, look at that round atrium window on 2 stories there. Yeah, the showers are nice. Someone's, look at that. So it's in a gated community on top of that. So this is part of your house. You just go to here. It's a gated community. So you buy and you pay your strata fee. This is what you're paying for strata fees for. This is worth it. Instead of paying strata fees for what? It's in a gated community. How much is the monthly gated community? 190 bucks a month. 190 bucks a month. And you get 3 parking spaces in your house. House is almost 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms. $190 a month is not a lot of money for strata. And then you have a basketball court you could take your kids to play. You have tennis courts. What else does it have? It's got like these beautiful, these lazy pools where you just lay there and the water takes you around type of thing. Yeah, it's only 3 feet deep, so you just kind of float in there. Place for the kids to play. Look at that. I don't know, guys. I'm just putting this out there. I really have a... Yeah, I really have a hold on this. Like, $1.7 million for that thing. This thing, you gotta turn that crap down. It's garbage. And look what you get for what, $600,000, $700,000? $798. And I'm pretty sure you could show up there and say, man, I know you want $790. I got $740, man. Come on. I'm pretty sure you show up with $740 and that's all you got. They'll probably give it to you still. Anyways, let's move on. We'd be looking at houses for I can't find, like, this one for the 1.7 mil. Let's find a house to match. Hold on. Let's find a one so I could go to bed nice tonight. Let's find... It doesn't even go to $1 million. Okay, so let's see if we could find... Okay, here we go. Almost $1 million bucks. Almost $1 million. Almost $1 million. So again, let's go back to, I'm picking on Australia tonight. 1.7 million for that teardown. Let's go to this one. This one is $899. Mortgage payment $3,743 a month. And it's on almost 2 acres. And there's no strata because it's a freehold. 8 bedrooms, 9 baths. 8,627 square feet. So let's look at this one. So this was in Georgia, so you don't have a lot of heat to pay, no heating bills. Air conditioning is not necessary because Georgia's got this really perfect temperature all year round. There's the side. Oh, look at the marble flooring. And the hardwood mahogany stairs. Oh, look at those vaulted ceilings. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Look at that. Look at the light coming in. Look at that. Look at that marble counter going around there. It's got 3 faucets, 1, 2, and 3 back here. Wow. Oh, that's phenomenal. That's the other living room. That's the other living room. That's the 5th fireplace. Wow. Look at that. The theater room, holy. That's amazing, people. It's got a theater room. I don't know what the hell that is, but that's enormous. That's like a man cave, I guess, because it looks like it's downstairs. I don't know what that is. That must be just like a room. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this balcony. Look at this backyard. Look at that. Like, just to prove to you guys I'm not lying or anything, there's palm trees there. Like, the weather is very good. Like, winter time, it gets to, the coldest it gets like 15 Celsius, 18 Celsius. Yeah, so that's that. So you don't have to really, heating is not too much of an issue. So $3,743 a month. There's no stratas, there's nothing, and it's almost on 2 acres. It does have central cooling, though, if you do need it. And the house is less than 10 years old. And there it is there. It's got balconies on all the bedrooms, pretty much. 8 bedrooms, 9 baths. It's a phenomenal house, see? But that's still $899. This is $1.7 million for a tear down. So someone's saying the wedding reception room. Oh yeah, you can have a chapel in that house, so you can go pray every day if you want. Put some stained glass windows. So like, I mean, I can't find anything for like 1.7 for that kind of money. Maybe if we go to. I can't find anything for that much. Like, that's a lot of money. Because people, like, I guess what happened is people are so used to seeing the prices for $1 million. You know what I'm saying? People are so used to in Australia saying, oh yeah, $1 million house. Yeah, that's normal. And I think people are so used to it that it's become the norm in Australia and Vancouver. And look at this one. I don't even know where this is. Let this thing open. Come on. Okay, $549. $2,200 a month. 6 bedroom, 6 bath, 5,400 square feet. Oh, that's the map. It's in a cul-de-sac, that's for starters. Look at that. Woo! Library. Henry VIII painting on the wall. Look at that backyard. I like the library, man. Wow. It's got like this marble slab flooring through the whole house. Wow, look at that wallpaper. Wow. So someone's saying, what can you get for $2 million in this area? I can't find anything for $2 million, though. Like, I can't, I really cannot. I have it at... Okay, let's get rid of, so let's just put houses only. Okay, and then let's go to lots. So I have it at 6 bedrooms plus, and then I have it at the highest, 950 plus. So 950 plus. So I have it at 950 plus 950,000. So I can't find nothing for 1.7 million. It's because it's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna buy a house for that much. Oh, that's in Mexico. Let me go up. There's so many beautiful homes. Like, look at this one with the old Mexican style. Look at this. Look at that. Look at the backyard. Look at the roof. You could party on the roof. Look at that basketball court. I like that Mexican style. Look at that. Sierra Madre. Look, solar panels on the roof. What? This place is pimped. Nice little gateway entry. Someone saying, that's effed. 12K strata rates per year. My 3-bedroom detached house on a 660 M 2-block council. Water sewage rates. Home contents insurance. 5K per year total. Wow, that's gotta hurt, buddy. Look at that detached home. No stratas. Your own home. Your own. Look at that. 695. 6 beds, 4 baths. Again, I'm just having a really tough time finding something for $1.7 million. Let's move on because I could be on this all night. Australia's house prices dropped 3.5%, heading for the deepest downturn in modern history. Australian housing prices have continued to slide, with the market facing its sharpest annual decline in 6.5 years. Prices have fallen 3.5% over the last year on a national basis to an average $538,000. The latest figures from property analyst CoreLogic revealed. So we read this in the last article, but I brought this up because it's got your Sydney, there's your quarter, and there's your annual drop, and there's your total return. So a lot of people are underwater right now. So people that, ooh, I'm gonna buy that house that I showed you for $1.7 million. That's a good deal. Right now we're sitting on the water because that house is worth 300 grand. On a really good day. Like, I mean, the sun's shining, the sky's blue, the weather's perfect, you woke up on the right side of the bed, you have the money to buy it free and clear, so you're mortgage free. On a really good day, that house is worth 300 large, the one we saw there. And that's being very generous, because that house should be, realistically, that kind of house in Florida, that house that we saw, that the guy in the video earlier in the show, you could buy that same house in Florida for like 60 grand. That same house. With more land and a pool, probably. For 60 grand. Let's move along. Australian face $700 billion wealth wipeout as debt levels racked riskiest in the world, says Morgan Stanley. Australian households are facing a collective $700 billion cut to their wealth from the need to wind back the massive amounts of debt build up during the property boom. In several global economies, the giant U.S. investment bank Morgan Stanley found Australia's economy carried the greatest risk from cutting back on household debt. Australia looks most expensive, combining high household and external leverage, weak domestic housing conditions, and potential further macroprudential and structural tax policy adjustments ahead, says Morgan Stanley. We got working on it on the comments. How are you? Daniel O'Brien in the comments. How are you? Peter Ortzinger in the comments. How are you? Socialism in the comments. How are you? Want to thank I'm Lost, everybody in the comments section. Hope everyone's doing okay tonight. Happy Halloween to everybody, guys. So I started pretty late tonight because, like I said, there's just so much happening right now in the English-speaking world with the housing crisis. And a lot of people are waking up and they're looking at what they could buy in the United States for $600,000. It's like everyone takes a whole huge step back and say, what? Australia looks most exposed, combining high household debt, external leverage. I read that. Most concerning about the potential impact of the leveraging phase for Australia households is the narrowing savings buffer that is currently carried. Morgan Stanley. So people's equity is pretty much wiped. A lot of people lost their equity, and the people that tapped into their equity and used their house as an ATM machine is underwater. A majority of them are. And they're going to be paying more because if Australia doesn't raise rates real soon, you're going to see a lot of problems in the next quarter. I could bet you anything you want. Let's move on. Simple mortgage terms Australians don't know. So let's play this. Hopefully it doesn't have a bunch of music. It looks like it has Dirty Dancing music. Oh, we played this thing already. Aussie creditors are dirty dancing with banks. There's only one way to sum up your housing market. It will get worse before it gets better. Capital city prices have fallen year on year. And while it might seem like a good time to buy, experts fear a crash with dire consequences. We've got a debt bomb. We've got, there's Martin North there. At some point, tighter lending and higher interest rates could shift the downturn in potential disaster. And there's $1.7 trillion held by the banks in mortgages for co-owners, occupiers, and investors. That's higher than any other country. In Western world, by a long way. So what's next? Sellers need to set more realistic values on current market value. That's what I'm talking about! Buyers, take your time. There's a lot to choose from. Not much competition. Guys, pay attention. And that's what I've been moaning and being, I'm not going to say the B word, about for the longest time. It's super overvalued. It's like, okay, like that whole Sydney housing market and all these expensive and blah, blah, blah. Let me pull up a price comparison here. So you guys see how I see this, okay? I'm gonna give you a little price comparison in cars, so you get what I'm getting at here with the housing. Okay. This is a 1982 Volkswagen Scirocco. Today, it's probably worth $400 if you find a good running one. Okay? Here is a 1998 Lamborghini Countach. Okay. It's still loading the image. Holy crap. Here's a 1998 Lamborghini Countach. This is how I see the whole the housing crisis, okay? That is worth 70, let's say 70 grand, okay? Okay, I'm not going to argue that that's worth $70,000. But they're making people pay $70,000 for that. They're saying that's worth $70,000. People are paying Lamborghini price for a 1982 Volkswagen Scirocco. Why would anyone pay $70,000 for that car? Do you guys get what I'm saying? And when I talk about, oh, Mike, you don't know nothing. You know, in Vancouver, the average house should be worth about $2 million. I'm like, nobody could buy it. Why would you pay $70,000 for that when you could pay $70,000 and get that? That's what I'm trying to get at here, you know? Prices, okay, with the interest rates going up, the average price of a house, affordability-wise, for a median average income of a family, at let's say $87,000 a year, okay, needs to be $330,000 to $390,000 for a house. 5 years ago, when I was telling people, wow, that house is $700,000, and it was climbing in Vancouver 7 years ago, but that house is only worth $300 grand, and people look at me, you're crazy, but that's only what the average person could afford to pay. Oh, you're crazy, man. Interest rates are low. And then that's when I started connecting the dots. So the comments are going on. So who in their right mind would okay, I would buy this car for $70,000. I would buy this car for $70,000. Like, if it's in good condition, everything's up to spec, everything's up to date. There's no problems with transmission problems, no noises in the motor. Everything seems pretty, I would pay $70,000 for that. Okay, no problem. But I'm not paying $70,000 for that. And that's what people are doing. They're paying $70,000 for that. And that's what's pissing me off.